A volcano is about to erupt. But the first warning doesn't come from rumbling ground or rising smoke. It comes from the trees. Their leaves shimmer with unnatural brilliance. Their colors intensify, and miles above, satellites silently detect the glow. The forest becomes a silent signal of something ancient stirring below, life responding to fire before it even touches the air. Volcanoes are unpredictable giants, capable of sleeping for centuries and then awakening with terrifying speed. From Pompeii's frozen horror to the ash-choked skies of Mount Pinatubo, eruptions can come with minimal warning, forever altering landscapes and lives. Monitoring these forces has always been a challenge. It's a race against geological time with human safety on the line. Traditional systems, seismographs measuring underground tremors, GPS arrays tracking deformation, gas sensors sniffing sulfur dioxide, all help. But they rely on infrastructure, power supplies, technicians, access roads. In many remote or politically unstable areas, those tools are scarce or non-existent. The stakes couldn't be higher. Millions live in volcanic regions with limited monitoring, depending on minutes of warning to escape destruction. Now, scientists propose a stunning alternative. What if the trees themselves could warn us? What if the forest canopy changes color days or weeks before magma reaches the surface? A new study suggests just that, and it could be one of the most revolutionary tools for natural disaster forecasting this decade. This breakthrough emerged from an ambitious collaboration between NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory and the Smithsonian Institution's Global Volcanism Program. Their shared goal: to use Earth-observing satellites not just for weather or agriculture, but for detecting signs of deep geologic activity before it turns catastrophic. The hypothesis was bold. When magma rises toward the surface, it leaks invisible carbon dioxide through faults and fractures. That gas accumulates in the soil around the volcano. Nearby trees absorb it through their roots, unknowingly altering their physiology. Photosynthesis accelerates. Leaves darken. The trees grow faster, thicker. To the naked eye, it might go unnoticed. But to a satellite's sensors, the forest's spectral fingerprint begins to glow with unmistakable green intensity. Nicole Gwynn, a doctoral researcher in volcanology at the University of Houston, led the data analysis. She focused her work on Mount Etna in Sicily, a perfect case study with over 50 documented eruptions in the last 2 decades. Etna has been active for over 500,000 years, and its magma plumbing system is one of the most studied on Earth. That made it ideal for validating subtle satellite signals against hard geological records. By combing through 7 years of satellite imagery, from 2011 to 2018, Gwynn's team identified 16 distinct episodes in which increased photosynthetic activity directly preceded underground magma movement. The findings were unmistakable. Vegetation responded long before the Earth's surface gave any clues. The study, published in the journal Remote Sensing of Environment in 2024, proposes that tree canopy health, as measured from orbit, could be used as an indirect geobiological early warning system, especially in places where no seismic stations or gas sensors exist. But confirming the link wasn't simple. Carbon dioxide is abundant in Earth's atmosphere, and trying to detect volcanic leaks directly from orbit is like finding a single whisper in a stadium full of shouting voices. The signal blends with background noise from human emissions, agriculture, and industrial activity. So the researchers flipped their approach. Instead of measuring the gas, they looked for the effect it had on living systems. Trees, after all, are carbon dioxide detectors by nature. The greener they become, the more photosynthesis is happening. And that, it turns out, may reveal what satellites can't see directly. Robert Bogue, a volcanologist and doctoral candidate at McGill University, summed it up. We can't always see the carbon dioxide, but we can see how the trees respond to it. That insight shaped the next step, field validation. NASA launched a supporting airborne campaign called Avuelo. the Airborne Validation Unified Experiment, land to ocean. Equipped with hyperspectral scanners, aircraft flew precise grid paths over volcanoes, capturing detailed snapshots of vegetation health. On the ground, teams collected leaf samples, CO2 soil readings, and measured gas fluxes near fumaroles. In some cases, drones were used to access dangerous crater rims. Everything pointed to the same conclusion. As magma pushed upward, trees responded biologically, often days or even weeks before any seismic activity occurred. This advanced warning window is invaluable. It offers time for authorities to issue alerts, pre-position emergency supplies, and coordinate with local governments, potentially saving thousands of lives. But as with all early warning systems, it comes with challenges. Forested volcanoes are necessary for this technique to work. In barren or snowy landscapes like Iceland or Chile's Atacama region, there may be no green signal at all. And even in forested zones, trees can react to many non-volcanic stresses: pests, disease, deforestation, heat waves. The trick is separating the volcanic signal from all the rest. That's why researchers are now developing artificial intelligence systems trained to distinguish patterns in the noise, factoring in weather, elevation, tree species, and seasonal variation. Still, the promise is enormous. For volcanically active, densely forested countries like the Philippines, Colombia, or Papua New Guinea, this could become a low-cost, globally scalable tool. In places where the ground is silent and uninstrumented, Ginn said, the trees may be the only thing speaking. This is more than just a volcano story. It's a glimpse into a planetary conversation between geology and biology. For billions of years, Earth's crust and its life forms have co-evolved. Now, with modern technology, we're finally learning to listen in. Josh Fisher, a systems ecologist at Chapman University and a co-lead on the Avuelo team, believes this work also has implications far beyond eruptions. Volcanic carbon dioxide gives us a real-world lab to study how ecosystems respond to sudden greenhouse gas exposure, he explained. Understanding that could help us model how forests may behave under future climate conditions. Indeed, tree response to localized volcanic CO2 may mimic what we could see globally in coming decades as human emissions reshape Earth's climate. In that sense, volcanoes offer a kind of preview of Earth's future, compressed into one location. With more advanced satellites on the horizon, like NASA's Surface Biology and Geology (SBG) mission and the European Space Agency's FLEX Observatory, the ability to monitor plant stress, chlorophyll fluorescence, and CO2 uptake from space will grow exponentially. These missions are expected to capture data with unprecedented spectral resolution, enabling scientists to detect plant responses that were invisible to earlier generations of sensors. Soon, artificial intelligence could scan thousands of volcanoes daily, mapping subtle color changes, correlating vegetation shifts with seismic tremors, and flagging anomalies. Volcano monitoring may become a seamless planetary-scale operation, silent, automatic, and omnipresent. And it doesn't stop with volcanoes. Similar techniques might detect methane leaks from pipelines, permafrost thawing in the Arctic, illegal mining in protected forests, or even water stress in agricultural zones. The Earth is constantly whispering. We're finally building the tools to listen. So the next time you see a tree shimmering just a bit too vividly near a mountain's edge, remember, it might not just be beautiful. It might be trying to tell us something. A leaf, a forest, a volcanic omen, broadcasting its signal to the stars. And as we develop better ways to decode these signals, who knows what else we might discover? How many more natural warning systems have been hidden in plain sight, waiting for us to tune in? Subscribe now for more real, wondrous, and recent science, because the planet is speaking, and the future belongs to those who listen.